to the ball first.
And he rolls the ball out for Cy McNeil, who's looking to counter. There's nobody within 10 feet of him. He has all this space.
Salisbury taking their time, just waiting for anything to open up, not really trying to rush down the field.
Both teams have been a little sloppy on the ball in the early goings of the game. They'll probably look to settle it down and keep more possession.
Turnover.
And the ball's over the top for Kunle Akinfele versus Cy McNeil. We'll see.
Ball down near the far side corner. Mistake by the Frostburg defense to attack on.
Seems both teams are trying not to make a mistake on defense. Don't want to let the other team in. Seeing as they tied 1-1 in their last game.
Salisbury bench wants a foul. They will not get it. The ref says to play on.
That looked like a penalty from here. Because put it in the air is not going to help them at all.
There's a foot.
Here's Cy McNeil, and he gets the foul. He's looking to start the ball quick. And he
Matt Green sends the ball down, but goes straight back to Salisbury. Because with Salisbury spending so much time, so in games kind of turn up more physical than we're used to seeing for a team, does the strategy looks like Salisbury had it, but Cornish turning over on the pass.
He looked to find Arity, but the ball.
Perry taken down. Ref waving the foul off. Perry still on the ground.
That was a real close call. It could easily be seen as a red card offense.
Ball high up in the air.
And I think the sun is blocking the ball because you see Larry Cornish there had his hands in his eyes because he couldn't see the.
Unfortunate for Frostburg as Perry's one of their better offensive weapons and gets a lot of those chances. A high throw into the boxes.
And the ref is doing his best to control the game by calling almost everything that happens.
Yeah, at the beginning, it's interesting to see the referees were letting players get away with a lot, and now just any type of contact or collision at all, and he's in the game but not responsible for that duty here today, it seems.
You still want a little bit of height.
There's another collision. Westbrook.
Oh, Westbrook takes out his own player, and Brendan Rogers threw on goal. He takes a nice shot.
Humphrey able to get that ball just away from the Frostburg defense to prevent the turn.
Especially when the player's charging right at you.
Toronto lucky that after he wasn't able to corral the ball in, he was still able to get to it.
Again, the ball was thrown into a box, but it was won by Frostburg defender. Sure with his hands when it comes to shots. He spilled already 3 chances. So Frostburg has to crash the goal and take shots.
Right now, likely going into the locker room. Unless Frostburg can answer right back and tie this game up here in 2 minutes. Feeney, one of the smaller players on the field, able to win that header.
Up Salisbury at this very moment, and feeling like you can score in a team does a lot for your confidence. Now they seem to have the more energy between both teams.
30 seconds left. Frostburg trying to make one final push to even this game up before the break. But they will turn it away. Frostburg not able to get either one of their shots on goal. Stadley has not really been challenged that much yet.
Since Frostburg is pressing. Wanes in the break, and it's continuing into the second half.
And that pushes on Jake Perry, who's a little bit frustrated. He's got to be careful of showing any type of retaliation.
The ball bounces around, and nobody attacks the ball for Salisbury.
And it looks like Frostburg will get a penalty kick. Their bench was up first half, and then a penalty kick early in the second, and they can't convert on it. It's one thing to have the goalie turn the shot away, but to just miss the goal completely has got to.
It drains your confidence. because you did so well to get that penalty. You had to be in the right place at the right time to get it. And to lose it just like that, you have to be able to bounce back. We'll see if they're mentally tough here.
Frostburg doing a better job of moving into the. Salisbury turns it over in midfield, almost gets it back, but they can't do it. Now Pablo Toronto finds himself all alone.
He puts a cutback ball, and he gets it right back. One-on-one, when they lose possession, they gain it right back. Frostburg can't hold on to the ball at the moment.
Both teams started off the game a little slow. Salisbury seemed to take control on the first sideline.
Frostburg State coach yells instructions for Frostburg to move up and press Salisbury's defense.
Side, they'll keep possession.
It's a throwing to Salisbury.
But the referee's got
that ball and almost caused another goal for Salisbury.
I think Mustafa might be surprised that he was able to handle that ball so clean.
That was a nice attempt at a link up by Riti and Portman, but unfortunately they lost the ball, and now it's Frostburg attacking.
Like you were saying, one pass, and right there they had a good chance, but the pass just intercepted by the Bobcats. Now Pablo Toronto on the other side. Becker able to get his head on that, but lands at the feet of a Frostburg player. Now Toronto makes his way up.
Cleared out of the backfield.
Good play by Becker to get his head on it and find one of his midfielders.
Cy McNeil does a good job to win the ball back, but then he loses out on it again.
Physical play to block the Frostburg player from saving the ball to go out of bounds. Seems like they changed their mind at the end. Making his way back over towards the bench. He seems to be walking fine. We'll see if he'll ever make his way back into this game. He was
0 and seemingly having control of the game. It's better to just rest him for the next one. You don't want to risk further damaging his ankle.
Bornish hasn't been on the field in this game. Becker's so good at just using his size and his strength to get around players and just move himself into the right position. Becker again, the first to get a body on it, but I don't think it was the way he wanted to. And Frostburg will keep it. Salisbury tries to clear this ball out of the dangerous area that Frostburg was able to move it into.
Here's Phil out with a
wait to get into the game.
Also, Zach Johnson is warming up to get in the game too.
Johnson not seeing any action yet today.
You can hear the urgency in the voices of the Bobcats as they know they need this goal to at least tie this game. They seem to pick up their intensity.
And picking up their intensity seems to pay off. They're in that offensive zone a lot more now than they were earlier in the half.